Hi, I'm Charlie Cox,
And I'm Vincent D'Onofrio.
and welcome to ESB Exclusives.
Congratulations on the release of Daredevil Born Again. It's a very big deal. We're all very excited. So first, this project, Daredevil Born Again, was announced almost 3 years ago. So how does it feel to finally get it, on our screens and people can actually get to watch it?
Yeah, it's pretty thrilling. It's exciting. This has been, as you say, a long time
journey for us,
coming. Yeah. And there was a long period of time where I didn't think it was going to ever happen again. So it's pretty surreal.
Well, what was that call like when they were like, "Hey, we want to bring you guys back. We want to introduce you"?
How would you react if Kevin Feige called you?
Yeah.
How would you react?
How do you think I feel?
Tell the truth, though. How would you react?
I think that he would have to call me 3 times before I believed what he was actually telling me.
Yeah.
Because I would just sit there and be like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
What?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I think I've ever told you this, but my wife has a little bit of vertigo occasionally. And when Kevin called, she got so excited that she had a bout of vertigo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Afterwards, you had to go lie down.
That's awesome. That's how I would react.
I love that. Yeah. I mean, we moved on. We did other jobs. Obviously, we're actors. That's what we do. But it was something that we were both waiting for. I knew that it would come eventually. I just didn't know when, and it was just so great. Yeah.
Totally.
I just talked to him again this morning. He's a great boss to have. He's like a really good boss, Kevin Feige.
You've got to work on a couple MCU projects on Disney Plus lately too, with Hawkeye and Echo. So I guess what are we getting out of your character that's new in Daredevil Born Again?
Well, it's what the fans have been waiting for mostly, is to see us back on our own show. And their hopes were that we were going to take the old show and not change it too much, And that's basically what we're doing. I consider this a 4th season, even though it's the first season of Daredevil Born Again. But we have all the same crew back. So we're just going further. The 2 characters are the same. It's a very dark world, a very violent world, a very emotional world. And this journey that we're on this time is different than the other journey, but it's on the same canvas. It's exactly the same feeling.
Both of your characters live in New York. The show takes place in New York. And today you got to see the entirety of New York from the top of the Empire State Building. How did the Empire State Building and your experience here help connect you to the city?
I'm a New Yorker, so it's fantastic to see that far. But now to be at the very top and to look out over the city is quite something.
And when you film in New York, when you do exteriors in New York, the DP is inevitably always trying to find the Empire State Building. Make sure that that's in the lens somehow. So we've done over the last 10 years, we've done so many shots with ESB in the background. So it's really cool now to be at the top and looking back.
In the last 30 years, I've never lived in a place that didn't have a view of the Empire State Building.
Really?
Yeah.
Besides Marvel projects that both of you guys have been a part of, do you have a favorite?
In the Marvel universe?
Yeah, the whole universe.
There's a lot. I mean, all the Avengers stuff I absolutely love. I really like the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
I just think the tone of that and the humor is it's so fun and easy to watch.
Great roller coaster in Disney World.
Oh, great answer.
I haven't wrote it yet, so.
Dude, the best roller coaster ever. I'm not kidding. I'm a big roller coaster dude, and that's like tops. I've never ridden anything like that before in my life.
Wow.
It's so much fun, and you get to hear rock and roll when you're doing it. I mean, for me, Iron Man is going to always be my favorite because I think they finally got it right, and I think that once they made that movie, I think everything else followed, and they just knew they had the recipe and they figured it out, and it's been great for so long.
Now, I'm not digging for spoilers, but I do want to ask if you guys had a favorite scene or even a favorite episode to kind of look forward to this season. Was there one moment filming that was just stands out to you?
It's not a huge secret at this point because of the trailer, but there's a scene that Vincent and I have together quite early on in the season at a diner where we sit across from one another and we have a conversation. Very rarely when those 2 characters are in the same room do they sit and chat. And so it was a really great idea from the writer to kick off the show that way. If you like these characters, whether you like them from the comic books or you like them from our show, it's a pretty iconic moment, and that's one of the things I'm most excited for fans to see.
Awesome. What about you? Same scene, or is there another scene?
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to think of maybe something different to say, but Charlie's right. I mean, that was a scene that when both of us heard about it, we really wanted to do. And we actually worked on the scene with the writer and the directors as well to bring it closer to what Charlie and I really wanted to do. So there's other scenes too that that I'm privy to that Charlie did that are pretty cool. There's a couple of things that I do that are pretty cool, I guess. But I would say after all, I think Charlie's nailed it with that scene. Yeah.
I saw it opening night in the city, and the entire theater just absolutely lit up with your cameo. Like more than any other moment in that movie. Like when you came on screen, people screaming. So like I don't know if you've seen any of this. I was. Yeah, I was like, wow, okay. 'Cause, I guess like how does it feel to know that both of you guys have such a strong fan base that's excited for you to step into these roles and get to see you again?
Yeah, it's a really hard thing to compute that, and it always takes me by surprise. I remember when we were filming that scene, the opening of the scene is Matt Murdock delivering some dialogue, and we shot the first couple of setups, and then the director kind of changed his mind and said, actually, we need to shoot this slightly differently. We need to build in a moment where we see your cane, and then the camera wraps around before you start talking, because the audiences are going to be so excited that you're in the show, that in the film, that we want to give them a moment to have that experience before you start talking. And at the time, I was like, really? I think they're just going to be watching it, So I'm always blown away by the reactions and the support that we get. It's very, very humbling. And be remiss to not mention the Save Daredevil campaign, which is basically
a big deal.
A big part of why we're back,
yeah.
is because the fans, made sure their voices were heard.
Yes, we did.
And Marvel listened, and how grateful we are to those guys. I mean,
well, before we wrap up, I do want to show you something. I'm really going to expose my nerdiness here. Could you hand me the comic book?
Oh boy.
So I have the Daredevil Born Again comic book, and I just thought it was really interesting because one of the covers has the Empire State Building,
cool,
like right on there. I was flipping through this before today, and I saw that one of the first issues.
We know that cover.
Is right
Totally.
there. And then within the first issue, there's a really great shot of Kingpin looking right out his window. This is one of the first moments of your character.
Oh, wow,
Love that.
man, that's so cool. I love that.
Right out on ESB.
Really good.
So it's really cool. This feels very full circle. Daredevil's character on the pages there's a lot of Empire State Building references, so it's awesome that we got to have you guys today. Cool. Well, thank you.
Thank you
This is
so
great.
much, Thomas. Awesome.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Of course.
It's nice to meet you. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Yep.